Elias Mahmoudi versus Lerdsila. This is going to be a crazy fight. Both fighters with insane reflexes. Look at Lerdzila's record. So few losses, so many fights. Let's jump in quickly before we get full into this fight to look at his record. Down at the bottom there was my victory over him. He just wins and wins and wins. Just has this whole series of wins and then loses this match. A little bit of a spoiler there, but it's so crazy to watch his reflexes. And it was something that I had to train for when I faced him to be ready for his evasion, his just pinpoint accuracy. So let's just enjoy the magic which he can create. And obviously massive respect to his opponent because beating this dude is hard. You can always see Lerdsila gives up a height differential. I don't know if that's just so much because he's just pretty heavy with thick upper thighs or something, or he just fights at a weight class which he doesn't really need to. He could probably easily drop a weight class, but he just is so good, it doesn't matter. So let's really start studying what these guys are doing. Full Muay Thai rule set. Look at that eyesight from him. He sees it coming, he can make the adjustments. It's not just trying to even land on this dude that is just so hard. It's like, how do I throw, not have him make me miss, and then get tagged back? Like most people would not be able to slip back on that high kick. Crazy impressive. And remember, he's doing this, I think at something like 38 years old, where in North America, we might go, oh, 38, that's not that bad. But for a Thai fighter, more often than not, they have taken a lot of damage. Mahmoudi, saying that wrong. I was going to say Elias, did a nice job of evading a massive dump there. Just sort of climbed up the way Lerdsila does, but Lerdsila just tipped him forward. Better job that time from Lerdsila, cutting the angle before Elias could get his feet in position. Once again, he's just seeing everything. And this first round, there haven't been too much that we've seen Elias, the Algerian fighter. He's from Algeria. We haven't seen him really land anything of massive substance. So you could easily say up to this point, it's Lerdzila's round just from the couple throws which he's landed. Dumping person, once again, in Muay Thai, scores quite highly. I don't know if you're supposed to body lock on people. The rule sets to me always seem to be changing. Sometimes I see people get warned, sometimes not. Nice cross to the body there, closes the distance super fast to stay out of range of that, well, I guess any threat. Good teep. And he's just so comfortable that he can just drop his hands, hang out at that range. Round number one. I could be wrong because I'm just looking at Lerdsila going, my gosh, this guy is so good. But I think he took round one. We're going to jump through everything, get to round number two immediately. Like I said, we know the results of this fight. So let's see what Elias does to change things up after losing the first round. It looks like he's starting with high pressure. And that's one of the things that you have to do. You have to truck through the defensive stuff, not give up. And if he does evade and counter, you got to hit him again. You can only evade for so long. But people who give Lerdsila or Sanchai or these amazing fighters too much respect, they end up losing on points generally. Or they eat a big high kick or something, but more often than not, you're going to lose on points because they're just so good. But Mahmoudi, he's just putting that pressure on now, making it a little bit more uncomfortable. And the thing about Lerdsila is generally, he is not going to push forward and be the pressure fighter. He's happy to throw 1, 2, do the evasion, try and get the throw. He'll throw a shot, close the distance, get to the clinch. You can't let him do that. You got to make him work. Look at his skill level there. He sees it coming, he just moves his head the opposite direction that the kick is approaching him, knowing that even if he did get tagged, the impact would be so little, but he just gets his head right out of there. Lerdsila does actually have good hands too. I've seen him a couple times in his China fights let them go, and they're fast and they're crisp, but now he's repeating the same technique too many times, and he's getting punished for it, getting caught. Still on point though, that kick would have taken the head off so many people. Nice angle cut to evade an elbow. How many people can evade elbows like that? But Elias is on to him, knowing that he's throwing a lot of kicks and ready to catch himself. It's a beautiful fight. Look at that. Amazing. Distracts, gets him to go for the check, and then takes out the standing leg. It's just really pace, because this is a close round. It's not like Lerdsila is just getting overwhelmed with technique. He's doing a really good job, but he's just not throwing out enough technique, in my opinion. The skill level's there. Elias is just doing what he has to do, increase the volume. Beautiful. Wow, that's even round number 2. Lerdsila wasn't obviously winning the early half of it, but he came back nicely in the second, minimized all damage, and made sure that he got those throws. Got some tosses. And it all comes down, in my opinion, to how high you score those tosses. What value do you put on them? Let's move into the third and final round. Just continue to appreciate these cat-like reflexes, which, what they call them, the slippery eel. Or at least when I fought him, that was his nickname, the slippery eel. It's a very, very proper name for somebody with his skill set. Very appropriate. Lerdsila has since retired. I think he had his last fight in 2021. This fight was in 2019. Yeah, go down to that leg. He's good at catching, good at evading. If you attack the torso, I had to do that a lot in my fight. I had to attack the torso on him because I just knew hitting the head was too hard. So you attack the torso, hit the chest, and then go up to the head at the end. Or you attack that lead standing leg because, yes, he can move his head really well, but moving your feet sometimes is harder. Nice little cross there. Scissor knee. Not sure it connected with any force, but it definitely got really close. Mahmoudi, I don't really know what he's done after this, honestly. I feel like he had some good wins. He was maybe undefeated. I might be making that up in my mind. And then was out of 1FC. I don't know if contract expired or what happened, but he's got good skills. And you can see now just this forward pressure. Makes it hard for the defensive fighter. The time when a defensive fighter will have success is when you give them too much respect. Like if Elias was to stop right there and let Lerdsila dictate the pace, it's going to be a problem. But he's just throwing. That was a nice head knee. The thing that's so amazing, though, still about Lerdsila is how he can pull out incredible evasion and sweeps, even at this point, just like that. Wow. Takes out the lead leg and almost lands the knee up to head level. Gets the back. Still can't grab the cage in Muay Thai. He's just walking straight forward. He keeps getting his back taken just because he's so forward momentum right now. Grab the cage there again. Takes a warning, I think, for that one. Round 1 to Lerdsila. Round 2, very, very close in my opinion. But Elias obviously got the nod from the judges. In round 3, he's going to win just based off this forwards pressure. Maybe he's not landing anything of substance. Oh, a defensive, a teep during the rolling thunder kick. Wow. That is incredible. What a fight. What fantastic guys, given massive respect. And that's all, guys. Thanks for joining me today. Great win for Elias.